Join me as I take on the challenge of turning the concept of sadness from inside out into dark, goth-inspired monsters. Can I bring these emotions to life in a totally unique way? When we think about emotions, we often think about how they make us feel, but have you ever thought about how they could be visually represented? For me, combining emotions with art is a way to tap into the complexities of the human experience. Today, I want to focus on one emotion in particular, sadness. How can we take this feeling and turn it into something tangible, something that speaks to our souls? That's where Gothic themes come in. One of the reasons I think sadness is so hard to express visually is that it's such a nuanced emotion. It's not just one feeling, but a whole spectrum of emotions that can be difficult to pin down. How do you take something as intangible as a feeling and turn it into a visual representation that does it justice? It's a challenge that many artists face, and it's one that I'm excited to take on. I think that's why so many artists struggle to create art that truly captures the essence of sadness. It's not just about making something look sad, it's about evoking that feeling in the viewer. It's about creating a sense of empathy, of understanding, that says, I get it. I've been there too. But how do you do that? How do you take a feeling that's so deeply personal and make it relatable to others? I think that's where the beauty of art comes in. Art has the power to transcend language, to speak directly to our emotions. It can take the intangible and make it tangible, the invisible and make it visible. And when it comes to sadness, I think that's especially true. Maybe that's why I'm so drawn to Gothic art, because it has a way of capturing the darkness, the intensity, the complexity of human emotion. Gothic art is all about exploring the darker side of life, and I think that's what makes it so perfect for representing sadness. It's got a way of tapping into our deep-seated fears, our anxieties, our doubts. It's not afraid to go to the darker places, to explore the shadows, to confront the monsters that lurk within. And that's exactly what I want to do with my art today. I want to take the character of sadness from inside out and turn her into a dark, Gothic-inspired monster. So, what makes goth art so well suited to representing sadness? For me, it's all about the aesthetic. Goth art is all about dark colors, bold lines, and intense emotions. It's about creating a sense of drama, of tension, of foreboding. And when it comes to sadness, I think that's especially relevant. Sadness is a feeling that can be overwhelming, crushing, suffocating. It's a feeling that can make us feel like we're drowning, like we're trapped in a never-ending cycle of pain and despair. But goth art doesn't just stop at aesthetics, it's also about the themes it explores. Goth art is all about exploring the human psyche, about delving deep into our darkest fears and desires. It's about confronting the unknown, the unknowable, the unseen. And when it comes to sadness, I think that's especially true. Sadness is a feeling that can be so hard to understand, so hard to articulate. It's a feeling that can leave us feeling lost, alone, and adrift. But goth art can take that feeling and turn it into something beautiful, something haunting, something that speaks to our very souls. So, what does this piece of art look like? For me, it's all about capturing the essence of sadness from inside out. I want to take her blue, teary-eyed face and turn it into something dark, something brooding, something menacing. I want to take her sorrow and turn it into a living, breathing creature that exudes pain, despair, and desperation. I want to take her sadness and turn it into a monster that's both beautiful and terrifying. As I look at this piece of art, I'm struck by how it captures the complexity of sadness. It's not just a feeling, it's a living, breathing entity that takes on a life of its own. It's a creature that's both fragile and strong, both beautiful and terrifying. And that's what I love about it. It's a reminder that sadness isn't just a feeling, it's a part of who we are. It's a reminder that we're not alone, that we're all struggling to make sense of this crazy, messy thing called life. In the end, that's what art is all about, taking the intangible and making it tangible, taking the invisible and making it visible. It's about capturing the essence of the human experience, about speaking to our deepest fears, desires, and hopes. And for me, that's what this piece of art does. It takes the concept of sadness and turns it into something beautiful, something haunting, something that speaks to our very souls. Thanks for joining me on this journey of exploring sadness through art. If you have any thoughts on how you like to represent sadness in your own art, please let me know in the comments below. And if you want to explore more videos on art and emotions, be sure to check out my next video.